Hello everybody and welcome back to Medieval 2 Total War, Stainless Steel the Aragon campaign. Last time we left off we were in the midst of battle and we've just landed a few shots there, so hopefully that will have caused a bit of damage as well as demoralising the army. Right, whilst we're sat here I can't really move the camera any closer, but there are a few skirmisher cavalry, so I don't know, maybe we want to be a bit careful how we use them. In fact, perhaps we should try and move our army around a little bit. Keep an eye on them just in case they decide to start moving. The only problem is that might leave our catapults a little bit vulnerable, but we can fix that. We'll just keep a couple of, well, maybe not that close, but a couple of units just back here, just to cover the catapults. I have a feeling they're going to start moving though in a minute, so we'll see. Yeah, that'll do it. Again, this battle we've got the advantage in terms of skirmish and missile troops, so it might be a little bit of a longer affair as we whittle them down. Yes. They are, yeah, they are losing a few troops every now and then, so it's good. Just want to make sure their cavalry doesn't come anywhere near, or at least if they do, that we're ready for them. They'd have to get in fairly close with the archers to start having shots, which is fine. I just want to keep repositioning if we can, just so that we might be able to use the hill a bit more. Yeah, they've got a lot more forces. Oh, they're moving their cavalry around, right. Have they got cavalry on this side as well? Yes, they do, unfortunately. Right, okay, maybe not then. Maybe now is the time to strike. Just, yeah. And the last thing I want is that skirmisher cavalry getting anywhere close. And they might be just repositioning the army, but I don't think they are, you know. Oh, they might be, you know. It might be okay. Might be able to move up just that little bit closer. Oh, there's where we have the problem, I see. Right, so these archers have much more range. Oh, that's devastating. Are they committing? Oh, they're committing, right, okay. Right, that's fine. Let's get those guys. Let's get this part of the army. No, you know what? There's a more strategic way than just doing that. Just sort of, let's keep it in life. Let's get him to move. Right, this is where we have to use our cavalry if we can. Catapults, keep firing until we get into the exact position. The skirmisher cavalry are going to just run away, which is fine. We will just head for the army, and then they'll be forced to. Tell you what, skirmisher cavalry, the archers can go after the Genettis. Yeah, that'll do. Right, I don't want to keep pausing it and starting it, but it does help sometimes a little bit. Right. Have we got some routers already? No, they're the archers. Anyway. Oop. There we go. Oosh. In they go.
The battle is in our favor. If we remain
This is where we need the cavalry to charge through,
victory
I
is
think.
ours.
If they can charge through the middle, they will completely break the morale. Well, they should, in theory, completely break the morale. Ooh, that's not good. Right, okay. Catapults, stop firing. Best way to stop them firing, just move them. So that they have to stop firing. Oh, you're killing our troops, for God's sake. Firing on our own. God, are you running? You look like you're standing still. There we go. In they go. I know they're spearmen, that's not the best use for them, but if we can smash through. Oh, we've got a few of our units routing as well. I didn't know it work as effectively as it could have done. You need to go around and flank them if you can. This isn't the best. They are routing. They're all routing, it's fine. They're routing on this side anyway. What does concern me is the sheer amount of Genettis and skirmisher cavalry is a little bit concerning. I think we've got it now. I think they're possibly all going.
The enemy general leads. Only half the enemy force.
Oh yeah, we've got it now. They're definitely going now. These guys technically aren't routing, but I can tell they're moving. I can tell they're going for yeah, they're routing basically. Right, that's fine. Yeah. We need to catch as many of these as we can, though. We're not going to catch these guys, the cavalry, but not too fast. But yeah, we should be able to kill the vast majority of these guys, I would say now. So we've got, what, 70% right now? Yeah, you guys, you need to keep chasing these guys down because they're going to get away otherwise. Again, we will have to deal with these prisoners on the campaign map, obviously, all we capture, but the sheer amount we're going to capture here, we might have to execute them afterwards. It is a bit of a shame that you can't, there's no option to basically keep them until like after the war, which I'm sure would be realistic. But then again, perhaps not, because obviously this army is going into deep into enemy territory, so how would you keep hold of, you know, how would you realistically keep track of all your prisoners? Just get our infantry to stop. No, we didn't quite get them all.
Praise Almighty!
Yeah, we know
Our
that.
enemy has lost his stomach to fight. We must push our advantage.
And believe it or not, we know that they're all dead. You're not running though, are you? Okay. How many have we got? 88%. I'd say we might as well. We've pretty much got everybody, but you know what? The more we kill, the less we'll have to deal with later. Even if it is just one or two. So we only lost 16%, and that's probably because our blooming archers are still firing. The battle is won. What are you firing at? Your own troops? Anyway. Is there still more on the field? Oh yeah, look. Better chase them down, hadn't we? 93%, okay, we're pretty much there now. Just got a few Genettis to take care of back wherever they retreat to. Oh, I don't think we're quite going to catch these guys, are we? Oh, we might do. Oh, just two got away.
All of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have won here today.
Wow, that's the definition, I think, of a crushing defeat, a crushing victory. Anyway, we need to come up with a. We might have to come up with an interesting battle name for that. We didn't even get our AI. Our AI didn't even put his nose in there. So, yes. Anyway.
This is a beautiful position.
Anyway, yes, we did capture an awful lot of troops. Again, I don't like doing this, but this is far too many troops to let go.
Want to die.
Oh, and the entire army routes. Look, none of them survived to retreat back.
The day is ours. The enemy are beaten.
Yes? And our cavalry got a fair bit of experience as well, though, which is lovely. So yeah, onwards and upwards. So here's where we're going to make things interesting. So, our catapults are going to move into this army.
Move out!
And this army is going to make its way down.
Yes, Lord. This is where we shall meet the enemy.
I mean, even if this army joins them,
we will meet you there. Yes?
It shouldn't be an issue. And we'll move this army onto this bridge. We can actually recruit some mercenaries if we fancied. But I think we're alright for now. So that takes care of that. So yeah, of course, relations worsened. Well, they were always going to do, weren't they? So I'm not going to besiege Oporto outright, because it's a castle, and it's got a fairly hefty defence. I mean, yeah, okay, mainly Genettis, but you know what? It's got a few light men-at-arms as well, so we might just want to wait until we can pool all our forces. If they want to sally out and hit us here on the bridge, then we will have a little bridge battle. But we'll see. So Prince Ildefonso is waiting down here. He could actually recruit a little unit of his own, just to bolster his army that little bit more. Well, that was a mistake, because I could have put a catapult in there maybe, but it's alright. You can always... So, somebody taken over this blooming watchtower down here. Always doing this, you buggers. Anyway. Right, okay, I don't believe there's much else to do this turn. I can check. I mean, we kind of want to save up a little bit still. We're making a bit of money. You might say we're at war, why do we need to worry about our economy as much? And I'm like, well, yes, but it would be nice if we get a bit of a... If we can cope with what we are doing at the moment, we might have a little bit of a head start against Sicily when that begins. Anyway, I think we may be okay for this turn, unless there's any troops I can move up. I could actually move some hobblers.
Yes!
Or could we actually see if we can't hold this army up a little bit?
Heathen.
I mean, it'd be pretty much a suicide mission for these peasant infantry and that, but
yes,
it might just hold them up long enough.
March! Move out! March! Very good, my lord. Preparing an ambush.
I think leaving them on the road is probably preferable, so that they just, well, they might walk around, but we'll see. It's not a big force, so if they do manage to reach this army, they'll probably get killed. I just want this army as intact as possible anyway. We'll end the turn. What are the Portuguese going to do? Oh, they have been stopped here, look. And they are going to attack. Well, yeah, I knew it was going to be a very one-sided battle, this one. We do actually outnumber them, but they've got a lot of skirmisher cavalry. What are these guys? Oh, they are melee. Anyway, do we retreat? No. We took down a bit of their army.
Salvage here. Scatter.
That's kind of what I was aiming for. So even though we took down 20. Right. They are looking like they're going to sally forth an army here. But they aren't going to attack, fair enough. Okay, so Khwarezmian Shah is dead.
By the grace of God, those who went forth in the name of our Lord have captured Jerusalem. Thus the holy city has been triumphantly reclaimed in the name of Christ. All of Christendom will rejoice, for God's children may now find salvation in the kingdom of heaven.
Yes, King of Hungary is dead. Oh. Hanseatic League is formed. Ah, Pope Face, I see your game. Well, it's a bit too late for that, isn't it? Yes, you don't like us. To be honest, the feeling is mutual. You're 88 years old. You're not going to be excommunicated. Yeah, even if you might excommunicate us, but it's tough. Yes, so Genoa actually took Jerusalem in the end. I haven't really been paying attention down here for a bit, so yes. They did release some of our prisoners, which is nice of them. Right. Wow. We are really slipping down these rankings, aren't we? Militarily, we're not very good. We aren't the most advanced faction anymore. Yes, so, construction report. Lyon has some new mines. I think we're going to hold off again with construction. I'm going to make construction that we need to. And yes, we are still snubbed for a cardinal position. So, to be honest, Pope Face, we don't really give a shit about what you have to say anymore. Yes. So, anyway, couldn't give a flying monkeys, to be honest.
Yes.
It is time for Portugal's end. And this isn't going to be as easy a battle as I thought. It will yeah, of course.
As my lord wills,
doesn't matter.
we march to battle.
It'll make it easier to
Siege
attack
settled, my lord.
Sicily, won't it?
Maintaining the siege, lord.
So, their faction leader is in this city. It looks like they have a little bit of cavalry. I should have moved to, you know.
Where to, sire?
We might lose a little bit of information behind us.
Without a trace.
Yeah, there we go. So we've got, two units of cavalry, if you include the general, skirmish cavalry, and 3 units of spear militia. We should get through that relatively easily, but we'll see.
Your will.
You know what, that's interesting. We could actually force a fight on the campaign map here. If we move our spy around here, if he moves here and attack, it should... Yes, okay, that's an interesting little decision that we have to make. We have been excommunicated. I realise we probably would. Ooh. Oh. Fair enough. Are France still excommunicated? Yeah, so we don't give a shit. Yeah. Well, we might do if the next crusade comes against us, but it is what it is. It must be said, when I've gone for a campaign like this, I don't think I've ever done a Medieval 2 Total War campaign where I haven't been excommunicated, let's be honest. It's just part of the game as a Christian kingdom if you want to expand. Silvers, do we want to... No, keep you unhappy. Keep you taxed. Keep the downtrodden. Right, the Portuguese have decided to retreat back to Fez, which suits me fine, because
Name thy
we will
enemy,
just
Lord.
keep coming. We will just come
We march.
and see them off.
Your Majesty.
We'll keep bringing our capitals down. Not as well.
We continue tomorrow, my lord.
Now, in terms of the religious conversion, it's coming down a little bit in Granada. It's still not great. We have that little... We have our bishop ready now. Mercia. Yeah, Mercia's alright, but I think it's because they've moved in... They've merely moved on to here. They've come to try and convert my bishop. Right. Not that this has ever worked so far, but
am I taking down
got
a
a better
person
chance against.
or a place?
Definitely you. 22%. I've seen worse odds. Ah, we're going for the stake again, it would seem. Right. Let's see this fail. I don't know why you keep using that trick. It doesn't work. Anyway.
Who or what am I to dispose of, Lord?
Right.
Am I taking down a person or a place?
Wish this Inquisitor would bug off. Stop trying to get the bishops and actually get the heretics, you useless pile of shit. Right. Okay. Okay. Is this going to be the most one-sided battle in the history
Crossing for battle
of Medieval 2? Of course it isn't, because, you know, whatever. Jesus, 5-4, are you... Seriously? Anyway. Problem is we... you know what? Do we have to assault the castle here? I might use a little trick.
Yes, Lord. Closing for battle. Is it time to take the walls, my lord?
Yes.
Yes, Lord. This is where we shall meet then.
Ah, but it's not going to let us.
The day is ours, Lord.
So you've had
the
to
enemy are
that,
beaten.
that's fine. That doesn't matter.
Yes, my lord. This is where we shall meet the enemy.
We will have to assault the castle.
Crossing
if we
for
want
battle.
to do this.
They're
so,
going nowhere, my lord.
Once again, there's going to be another battle at the end of this turn. Right, your tax rate's going to have to go down. There's no way. Oh, I know why. It's because we've been excommunicated, so everybody's gone. Sorry. That's my version of, yeah, whatever the hell that was. Right, okay, we might have to decrease the tax rates in a few places. To be honest, in the places that we've had control of for a while, we'll probably be okay. Yeah, none of the settlements here are an issue. Belila is still converting. That's nice. Yes, so Silvaz has been a pain in the arse for quite some time now.
Where to, sire?
Oh, we can simply replace us by up here.
I will hide until
Yeah, Silvaz has never been happy for quite a while. It's because we're taxing the hell out of them, but we don't want this one to grow particularly if we can get away with it. I mean, is there any point in retraining? No, there's no point in retraining them. Again, we're going to convert that. Once the war with Portugal is done, we're going to convert Seville to a town. Might maybe do the same with Toledo, unless actually Toledo can recruit just decently over here. In fact, we might want to start recruit, but not just yet, because we need to sort out finances, and by sort out, we really need to sort them out. Once this war is over, we need to build a bit of cash revenue up. Anyway, so there's a couple of options we've got. We could besiege Lisbon. We could besiege Burgos. We could force a little sally forth battle outside of Porto, and hopefully, I don't think we'll kill them all, especially the cavalry that'll escape too quickly, but if we can kill enough of them, we will make the siege of Porto a lot easier. So, is it Oporto? I know it's Porto, but I don't understand. Is it just silent O? I have no idea. Anyway, whatever it is. Yes. So I think Burgos will probably be the slightly easier and probably, hopefully, the quickest battle.
Orders? Yes,
So I
my
think
lord.
we might do that.
This
Again,
is where we
we're
shall
in a
meet the
position where we're
enemy.
5 minutes away from the end of the part. So we might as well jump in and, yeah, see what happens. I think that worked in the end. I think they just got there a bit late. So, yes. Anyway. Oh, and this is even easier, this battle. In fact, it's laughable that I can't auto-resolve this. I mean, I could, but I guarantee you I'll lose all my troops. And where would be the fun in that? See on
Men,
the campaign
bring
map.
our people
The battle
honor,
map, sorry.
glory, and most of all, victory!
Oh, yeah, oh, nah. Sorry, there's a bit of my singing there. Let us see if we've got a slightly more inspiring speech this time.
Cheer, you noble soldiers! Cheer! And show the enemy how men of your blood and quality face danger!
No, maybe not. Okay, right. Let us set up the battle. Now, siege towers. Is that too steep? I think it might be. I think it's too steep for the siege towers, which is fine because we can send the ladders up this way. But we don't want the archers having a hold of them, because what would be the point? We want the infantry to have them. You could argue, do we want the spear militia infantry to have them? I mean, maybe not, but we might want the slightly better troops. But I think, if I'm honest, I want to keep the better troops back in reserve if possible. Now, it's fine. The archers can have the ram. That's not a problem. But, yeah. Do we want all those siege towers? Maybe not. No, I think we're going to leave them behind. I don't even know necessarily why I built them, because they're not worth it. We will have a second ram in place, but I won't have anybody on it. We'll just put it here behind, just as a backup. So the rest of the archers, I've got a little plan for you. We're going to position you guys over here. Let's see if we can rain fire over here. So you want to position yourselves. Oh, of course you need to angle yourselves. Okay, that's fine. Oh, it's still got a siege tower. Right, you might as well keep that there. Right, so all the rest of the infantry, including the light men-at-arms, you're going to position yourselves there. I think you should be far enough away to avoid getting hit. Blimey, this is a heavy cavalry, isn't it? Blimey. This is a heavy, heavy cavalry army, which unfortunately is not going to be all that much help in this battle. Anyway, it is what it is. Right. Okay, I think we're ready-ish. Yep, there we go. Okay. Go for that. To the walls. Right. In this instance, I don't think we want the missile cavalry, do we? We want we don't want the flaming arrows. We want them to be accurate, taking down these archers if possible. So, yes, okay, we're good. Again, this battle should in theory be laughably one-sided, but please don't get in the way of the infantry with the ladders, though. Never mind. Might as well talk to myself. Which is what I normally do. You know what? Do we bother with the archers? I might just target the light men-at-arms instead, because those are going to be more of a problem when it comes down to it. So they've decided to position the javelin and the archers. I'm sure they had. Did they have 2 units of light men at arms, or did they just have? I can't remember what they had. I'm getting confused with the Lisbon army, I think. Anyway, irregardless, we have come
The
to
ladders
the
are
end of
now
this
in
part.
place. Walls are no match for valor and force of arms.
Thank you. We have come to the end of this part, so join me in the next part when we shall continue with the siege of Burgos. Join me then.